Hi guys, what a powerful scene we're about to listen to. So as we've discussed in our session, we are looking at the momentous expedition of Captain Robert Falcon Scott to the South Pole, called the Terra Nova, named after his ship. The radio play was written in 1947, and we are now about to listen to a scene where things are very grim. One man has already died. Another man is saying, leave me behind. I'm just going to slow you down. Leave me behind. Of course, Scott refuses to do that. But then he turns to Dr. Wilson and says, Wilson, you can see how bad things are. We still have hundreds and hundreds of miles to walk. We're probably not going to make it. There's 4 of us left. Hand out the opium, which in those days was an incredibly powerful painkiller. The message to Dr. Wilson being, give us the chance to simply take some of these pills, go to sleep and never wake up when things get really bad. Dr. Wilson gives 3 powerful reasons. Following that is a wonderful video put together by one of the boys here at Hale who's summarised those reasons. And that's what I'm asking you to do. Enjoy the radio play and the version, the very poetic version that Wilson gives. Enjoy Tim's summary of it. He sits there and thinks through the reasons and presents them to you. And then I would love you to give me those reasons again, either just to write them down on your OneNote page, or perhaps you could put a video together where you or a group of you present the 3 reasons that Dr. Wilson gives to Captain Robert Falcon Scott, saying, no, I'm not going to give you that option. I am not going to give you the opium. 3 powerful reasons. Great work, guys. Let's get into it now.
There's one thing, though. Wilson, you see how it is. The soldier's done, and God knows who'll be next. You, Bowers, myself. The thing is waiting to strike at each of us. Now we're all played out, and whoever it strikes may be forced to face it alone, as this brave fellow wants to. Give us your opium. Open your kit now, and we'll share the tablets. The time may come when suffering's merely stupid, to prolong it vicious.
You're asking a hard thing, against my principles.
We make our own laws here.
There's a certain code a doctor lives to. Suicide doesn't come into it. And that's what the opium means.
Suicide is choosing. When you have no choice, where is the harm in making a hard thing easy?
Suppose I had no opium. Or you thought I hadn't. You'd fight to the end. And surely that is better. Having the means of death so easy to use, we might be tempted to defeat and weakness. Spoil all that we've done.
There won't be any weakness. But I, as leader, won't ask any man to suffer needless pain of body or mind.
I wish you'd leave this thing to me. Let me, as the doctor, see that no one suffers more than is right to ask. I'll make it my business to care for each of you, right to the very end.
We may be separated. You may die first.
I can't give you the means to destroy life.
Give us the stuff or we'll take it.
No need for violence.
Let him give us the tablets. Wilson, you've no right to sit in judgment on men in this hell of ice.
I'm not judging. I'm thinking of how I'll be judged.
You've made your protest.
When Dr. Wilson denied his supply of opium to the rest of his crew, a lot of things were going through his head about the decision he was to make. But I strongly believe that these are the 3 factors that influenced his decision. Point A. When a doctor becomes a doctor, as in they reach their doctorate in medical studies, they have to swear themselves to an oath called the Hippocratic Oath, named after its founder, Hippocrates, in ancient Greece. So this was a long time ago. The Hippocratic Oath basically says that you cannot willingly or knowingly harm or potentially kill another human being. Now, Dr. Wilson obviously swore himself to this, so this probably was the main factor behind his decision not to give his friends opium. Also, it leaves a stain on a man's conscience to willingly hand somebody, his death, literally handing someone his death. And especially when it's someone close to you. Hence the quote, it is not so pleasant to hand a man his death, a friend his death. Now, the third reason is the potential loss of willingness to survive that would shortly ensue from these men having, an easy way out, as opposed to this, hardy, grueling survival challenge of being out there on the South Pole. Sorry, Antarctica. And if you have an easy way out, your willingness to survive is just greatly decreased. So this is probably another strong factor as to why Dr. Wilson denied his friends the opium.